magic.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now on first down. And able to find Alan Lazard. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Now this defense for the Lions, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Snap comes at 1. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Chris Board, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
And that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Play fake. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
There's been a productive union between Preston Smith and the Green Bay Packers. In his last 3 years wearing the green and gold, he's recorded 25 sacks in that time frame.
Third and long for Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Watson. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Hey, 626!
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put my...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
The ball on the 8, still could get a first down technically, 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. Touchdown! Jamison Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the...
And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield, he's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Mayfield with it once more. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Flushed out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think he had eyes on that run the whole time. Good anticipation, because it seemed to me he waited for the coverage to get drawn away and then had the easy scamper out of bounds to get the short yardage first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. This throw caught right around the 6. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Mayfield down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. They find some open field here. And how about that for just running out the clock? The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw is Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
And just like he did, almost winning the Heisman in Michigan, rookie Aiden Hutchinson blows up the play.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is
into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Adrian Amos Davis with a pick. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And here's Jones again on second down. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Packers. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Rodgers will throw for it. Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Mayfield on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. This is caught by Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Mayfield on play action. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And again, it's Mayfield.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield to throw it.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. That's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough.
They're quickly out wide. This is Watson.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Lions' 18-yard line.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to a chance to get right back into this football game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Rodgers will try again on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. Open man right side is St. Brown.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. To throw, Mayfield. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Fourth down, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On second and 10, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Rodgers going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. Touchdown, Detroit!
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
But in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Completes it again to Dobbs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. That is caught. It's Williams. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. And some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me,
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
One final try now for Rodgers. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the